is actually incredibly funny. So last we heard from Senator Scott Brown, thinking man, independent-oriented, truck driving, not a queer Republican of Massachusetts. We heard, that he was done. He was like, look, whatever. You can have Elizabeth Warren and his sweaters. I'm going to go on Fox News. I'll make more money. I'll have more influence. I'll do whatever I want. It'll be friggin' rad. I'll get a new IROD Z. Be wicked awesome. So Scott Brown was off. He had lost his Senate race. He decided not to run for governor, and he was a Fox News contributor. But Scott is not enjoying being out of the public eye, or not as much in the public eye as he was in those beautiful days of 2010, where him and his pickup truck and his lumberman's jacket and his love of torture took him to the top. And he wants to get his name right out there front and center. And he's got a pretty big and pretty bold and frankly, awesomely rad idea of how to do it. That's right. Senator Scott Brown, over the past couple of days, has taken a trip to Iowa. Yeah. Scott Brown has gone to Iowa. And, Scott Brown, to his credit, he's not like coy about stuff. If you ask me a question, I'm answer the friggin' question, all right? I'm Senator Scott Brown. I know I negotiate strategy with royalty. I'm a senator. So when asked if this trip and other moves and other kind of public statements indicated that he might be toying with running for president in 2016, Scott Brown said this. Well, I want to get an indication if there's even an interest in Massachusetts and throughout the country for a bipartisan problem solver. But, it's 2000. I think it's premature. 2013, I think it's premature. But I am curious. There's a lot of good recognition in the Dakotas and here, speaking of Iowa, and that's pretty good. It's frankly pretty rad. I mean, just let me up there on stage. Like, I got my own sort of common sense. So I could just say, Republicans are going to have radio debates because they're boycotting CNN. They have a pool of candidates who at the top is the used car salesman faction represented by Marco Rubio, the demented, insane ultra-radical Ted Cruz, the demented, insane radical Rand Paul.
The demented, insane, and radical, but he does it how it is. Chris Christie.
Yeah, exactly. And now, Scott Brown. And all I could say is, between Rand Paul and Scott Brown's annoying voices and attacks on Chris Christie's weight and the rage that Christie will have in response, that 2016 Republican primary, all I could say is, as flawed and as screwed up and as corrupt as American democracy sadly has become, you cannot say it isn't unbelievably entertaining. So please, Scott Brown, please follow that curiosity into the radness of a 2016 run. Please.
Hey, Christy, when's the last time you modeled for Playgirl? Oh, boom, bada bing!
Oh, bada bing!